Hey frequent flyers, welcome back to another plan with me. We're sitting down today to plan for the month of March. February is coming to an end with all of its antics. Prior to jumping into March, let's take a moment and flip back through February. I didn't record a plan with me last month, but my planner theme was Black History Month and all things Pan-African. There's something about springtime, the changing of the weather, renewal, fresh start that really just screams plants. So I'm going to be doing a house plant growth, if you will, type of a theme for the month of March. I'm a fan of houseplants. I own quite a few houseplants, and I really do enjoy taking care of them. And I really just like the color green. So, I mean, it all goes together. I'm going to be using this sticker pack that I ordered off of Amazon. You'll see me struggle with these stickers throughout the entire build today. So that's a thing. But yeah, are you a fan of houseplants? Do you own houseplants? Drop that in the comments and let me know. One of the things I modified this year is that with this monthly overview page, I've kind of given myself grace about having to have it filled in like immediately at the start of the month. And so I kind of like living in a new month for a couple of days before I start to think about what my focus is going to be and what type of things I really want to be intentional about. I do know that this month I want to carry over the same habit tracking of sleeping 6+ hours a night. I will be going back to regular commercial flying this month, so I really want to build in this habit of ensuring that I'm getting adequate rest. For the calendar page, I wanted to use this margin space to sort of do like an overload of plants. Jungle, if you will, if you've ever seen someone's house plants and they're all clustered together and there's so many variations in leaves and colors and this and that. I wanted to kind of do that over here. And then I utilized this technique of kind of not only layering the stickers, but having them kind of lay off of the page a bit. And you'll see towards the end I cut off the excess, but it really creates this nice effect at the end of all of these plants kind of layered together. To discuss something totally separate, we are gearing up for the springtime, which means airlines will be hiring again. And if you happen to follow any aviation news, there are 2 airlines that are open their applications here in the US. One of them is actually my airline. You all haven't heard me mention my airline hiring because my airline hasn't hired since last year. So our airline announced that it would be hiring this year. Before you ask, no, I am not on the recruitment team. I am not on the hiring team. I'm not on any team that has to do with that. Do acknowledge that I post flight attendant content and my work vlogs here on YouTube, and I share that with you all. So I thought I would be remiss not to mention the fact that we are hiring. For anyone who is interested, you can go directly to the company website and find that information. Hiring is always a good sign. It shows that the company is doing well and is in a position of growth, and it also boosts your seniority. And in aviation, seniority boost is the one thing that we are always looking forward to, because with greater seniority comes greater control, especially in the realm of scheduling. So we love new hires. I will mention for any of the flight attendant hopefuls out there, I will just say please, please, please do your research. I know people throw around that term, do your research, a lot. However, I would caution you to really take inventory of yourself and what you want out of this career before just going after a airline because you really like the airline or that airline is known to be the best. It might be known to be the best, but it might not be the best fit for you. So don't just look at pay and where the bases are, but you need to dig a little bit deeper into the culture of the airline and pay attention to contracts and things like that that are public knowledge, and just make sure that it's a really good fit for you before you make that kind of commitment. Not to say you can't change airlines, but it's just something to acknowledge before you start. So I try to only fill in the monthly calendar with quick glance items. So I will put in my work schedule when I'm on reserve, when I'm on a trip. I put in the events and things that I am obligated to socially. I have 2 trips this month, as well as a couple of events I was invited to, a couple of birthdays. My friend Jar, both Devins in my life, girl Devin, boy Devin, have birthdays this month. Then I jot down other things that are just happening in the calendar that I want to know. Sometimes they influence work, but sometimes they don't. Like daylight saving times is a good one to know when time is going to change, the spring equinox. And then there's a bunch of other stuff happening this month, such as Easter is happening this month, St. Patrick's Day. Beyonce is dropping Act 2. It's my anniversary of when I joined my fraternity. My alphaversary is coming up. Lots of things happening. And then usually I finish off making note of my YouTube posting schedule, because I just be having so much content. I already know in advance when it's going to go out. And so vlogs go out on Sundays and sit down videos on Wednesdays. Then I moved over into my weekly spreads. For my weekly spreads, I don't have to actually plan for the first week, since I don't need to do that until Sunday, because March is actually at the beginning of March is at the end of February in my planner. So the beginning of March is already planned for. But nonetheless, I did want to go ahead and decorate it. This part really helps me so that when I sit down each week to plan for the next week, the legwork is already done, and then I can just jump right in and put in all of my little details. So that part is done. I'm just going crazy with the stickers and finding the best fit and putting them all over the place. What I do like is that I can put them down now, but when I get to that week, if they're in a bad spot, or if I would prefer they be somewhere else, I literally can just peel them up and put them somewhere else. On the very last page, it's like the monthly review, and here I saved all of the hanging plant stickers and just basically went ham on the next 2 pages, putting all of those on. Thank you all so much for watching. There's a million things you could have been doing with your time, and I thank you for sharing it with me. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see you all the next time.